This Walsh walkthrough continues the modules on understanding and searching for evidence-based practice. This research module is presented in 4 parts, with this video giving a brief overview of research fundamentals and providing a walkthrough of Walsh's library database resources. Skip to the next video for a discussion on framing your research reporting using the APA writing and citation style, or check out the other videos in this series for a discussion of evidence-based practice or how to frame a PICO-style question. Beginning research begins with identifying that you don't know something and you are trying to fill in the blanks to get you started. Clinical inquiry begins from a place of not knowing, but clinicians usually have a wider breadth of knowledge to pull from or experience in professional interventions and jargon that inform them on the key terms, words, or ideas that they could use to begin researching their question. As students, you may not have that same type of experience to draw from, and that is okay. You need to be aware of this and seek assistance from experts around you, and that is okay too. Even without expertise on a research topic, you'll be better prepared to find good, reliable, and reportable information if you first scope and investigate the topic framed in your PICO question, adding descriptors of the who's, what's, and how's you are interested in. Then use what you find through a basic search strategy, like going through Google or any other web search, and have that help you and inform you of the other key terms or words or phrases that would better define each element of your search query. A research query, then, is framed when you take a broad topic and work out what exactly you want to know about it. In our examples with PICO, you should now have the start to a clinical query that you need to answer or resolve for a better patient outcome. The PICO subjects or topics each took some effort for you to figure out how to describe them well enough to begin asking questions. These words, phrases, and ideas describing each element of PICO in a database search may turn up as keywords, or there may be vocabulary that connects those words together to help you shape researching more effectively. I'll get into controlled vocabulary and indexing and databases in a second. For this slide, I wanted you to see that just like any other research project you've ever done, there is a large area of the topic, quote unquote, at the top of this pyramid. I must like pyramids. You probably won't ever know or care about. Just below is the researcher's working knowledge of the topic, or where you were at figuring out the ways to describe your PICO. From there, you will construct a working question or query, which you will use to begin investigating what in the literature is out there related to your topic. From the first search attempts to identifying particular jargon directly related to the elements of your question, and then redoing or reformatting your searches to make sure you found as much of the good stuff as you're looking for, is where the real research takes place. In the final video in this series, we will discuss the thesis or framing the question and how to report on what you did, how you did it, and what you found. Before diving into the databases, I want to mention that all databases have what is called an indexing structure to them. In academic databases, indexing is a way of linking concepts related to one another through the use of subject headings. This way, the main ideas or topics of an article, book, or other information source can be linked across space and time to one another for easier access by researchers. For example, if I wrote a book titled Mike the Library Guy, His Greatest Adventures in Library Instruction, it would probably be about me, my instruction styles, and what topics or situations I encountered during my career. How a database might index that book would be under my name as an author and as a subject heading, along with the subject heading Library Instruction, also Teaching-Ohio, and Teaching-Anecdotes. Those terms are indexed subject headings, and a cataloger would use them to describe my book in a way that made finding it easier when you knew about a key topic of what you were looking for. Taking what I just described, I'm going to show you how a simple keyword search based around the idea of there being keywords or phrases that can connect research and writing, and show you how to be more effective in finding the controlled or indexed vocabulary you need to do better research. From Walsh's homepage, I'm going to take you on one of the ideas that I mentioned, library anecdote, and do a quick search in our databases. I didn't even try and do a subject heading yet because I'm pretty sure those words appear in different ways in proper subject headings. What I'll show you is that yes, having knowledge of subject headings is very useful in finding related material. I see there are quite a few different resources that have the word library and anecdote in their description, and many of them have both of these words in their subject headings. I'll have to go back through if I ever do write that book, and it does seem like librarians generally are a weird subject of research. So why all this talk of subject headings? This discussion is to inform you that there are strategies for finding information that go deeper than just a keyword search like you do on the web. For medical professionals, there's a highly specific form of subject headings called MESH, or Medical Subject Headings, that organize topics in health and medicine in databases like CINAHL, Scopus, PubMed, and Medline. On screen are directories for searching your key terms or ideas in MESH to help you construct search terms that would help you organize and structure your queries along subject headings. Coming up, we'll take a quick walkthrough of searching a concept through our databases, then identifying subject level headings so you can use them to conduct a better, more relevant search. So going to the library's homepage and finding the search a lot box, I'm going to search a concept, community mental health literacy. So this was something that we had searched in the past, and I want to see what I can find that maybe will give me better subject level heading search strategies so I can go back in again and search that way. So we're going to do search, and we find over 2,500 hits on the keywords community, mental, health, literacy. Looking through the subject headings, we see community leaders, mental disorders, and mental health literacy. That's something I might want to think about as using for a subject heading. Health literacy. Again, health literacy, mental health, education of parents, teaching aids, mental health literacy, community pharmacy. So we have an idea of how we could search at the subject level heading now. Mental health literacy as a subject term, and education also as a subject term, and maybe patient. And we'll leave that one as a keyword because we're not sure that we found it at a subject level heading just yet. So we went from over 2,000 hits to now 52 of them because we're looking for mental health literacy as a primary feature of whatever is being returned to us, and education as a primary feature of whatever is being returned to us. And I included patients as a keyword because I kind of wanted that patient aspect also included. Hopefully what we're finding now are more relevant, more on point resources for us to use in this example. So I'm trying to give you some ways of organizing your thoughts as we go through this. I'm taking the PICO concept, the P, adults with Parkinson's, just as an example. Trying to ask myself, how would I describe an adult with Parkinson's? Well, adult, older, elderly, 65 plus, human, could be male or female. Parkinson's disease. So taking some grouping of that into our strategy then, I'm going to want to do that as a keyword search. And I'm going to start with older adult and Parkinson's. So going back to the library search, I typed in my term older adult, identifying it as a singular phrase that I want to search for, and using the Boolean operator, Parkinson's. This means I want this phrase and this phrase together. If both of them aren't there, I don't want it back. So the returns on those two phrases, I get over 104,000 hits. But really what I'm looking for is to find subject terms that are directly related to those keywords that I was looking for. So off the bat here, I see Parkinson's disease. It would be one that I would like to do as a subject search. Parkinson's disease, older people, again, both subject searches. Older people, Parkinson's disorder, Parkinson's disease. You see where I'm going here. So we could do Parkinson's disease and older people as a subject level heading search. We take what we've learned from our keyword searching and now search as subject headings. Older people and Parkinson's were both listed in relevant subject headings in articles we were interested in. Now we see that we have many fewer returns, but hopefully more relevant ones. Next, I'll show you how to combine different groupings of searches all together for even more limiting results. Using the databases, you can select search history and combine your search strategies together with Boolean operators. Boolean operators limit returns by using the term AND, meaning both terms or search strategies must be present in the returns. The OR operator allows you to expand your search returns by bringing either or of the search strategies back to you. After a little searching in the databases, I realized that there were no returns with my previous search strategies when I'm combining them together. So I made a simpler search heading of just Parkinson's and then tried to combine that subject heading with another previous search of limited mobility and exercise. Now I've found 14 articles with a subject heading of Parkinson's disease that also includes those other terms. So we went from over 3,000 hits to 14 by having the databases help us sort, search, and organize our search strategies. Let's see what we've found. If my initial question were, what exercises can affect range of motion and increased mobility in Parkinson's patients, then I think I've found a decent enough search strategy to begin scoping the literature. We see in these returns that there are high levels of evidence being reported, from a randomized control trial at the top, to a systematic review, and to a longitudinal study, amongst others. Having completed this search, we can continue by reviewing literature and using what we have learned from the relevant articles to construct additional search queries related to what exactly is going to be our PICO question that we will be reporting on in our critically appraised topic paper or systematic review. Your librarians at Walsh are happy to assist you in any of the research process, from an individual consult, in a group meeting, or to go over initial selection of databases to search, constructing your search, or helping you evaluate your search strategies for better returns. Begin your search through the library's homepage and select your subject guide for recommended databases to start your search.